This is about forward movement only. This is not a show that's just about telling you to be all you and forget everybody else. A matter of fact, the underlining of this is so that you can be who you need to be for others, but first tend to you. First, fill you up. First, make yourself happy. Have a life that is about you. Have a future that is about you. Know your worth and value so that even the things that you serve, the things that are in your life, they see you for your fullness. They see you for your greatness. And I just believe that when you can truly love yourself and you understand your value and you understand that you were made to be different, not just to go along or be along, or you were made to have happiness and joy in your life, not to be in a place of destitution, heaviness, disarray, or even depression, or even to have things that you battle in your mind, or even things that you look at in your life or look at in society that causes you to feel less than or brings a heaviness or your life, or maybe just the relationships that you've had, those in the past, those recent, or the ones that are in your life that can cause you to feel different about yourself. They can cause you to question yourself. They can cause you to, yes, as we started our conversation last week, to be influenced, that we need to check out, that we need to double check, that we need to stop and think, unplug, maybe even plug out, in order to make sure that the life that we're living is the one that we were written for, the one that belongs to us, the one that was paid for, come on, and the one that we truly deep down inside desire. It's to make sure the life that you're living is about you because you're worth everything. Our focus is so been about taking a moment to think about the things that we're plugged into, the things that are connected to us and we are connected to it, the things in our environment, in our peripheral view, the things in front of us in 3D, the things that we see all the time or we hear all the time, or the things that we allow ourselves to see, that we choose to see, or the things that we choose to listen to. When we're looking at and assessing things and making crucial decisions about where we want to go, what do we need to do to get there? What are things that need to change? And man, I'm going to say it, and to make sure that if things need to be uprooted and thrown away, that we are not taking it into our next season. We are not repeating the same things over and over and over and over again. And when we ask ourselves what's happening, we don't even have an answer. We don't even have a why or even a direction or even where to go. This is about the fact that we need to take some time to truly assess ourselves, to question ourselves, to take a hard look at all the things that have created us where we are today, that are touching us today, that are influencing us, speaking to us, and I'm going to say it, mold us. What are the things that are truly affecting who we are becoming, the way we think, the way we speak, the way we act, our perspectives, our views, our values, the way in which to do things. The information is on overload. The information highway is on speed highway. And instead of it being 3 lanes, it's like 12 to 13 lanes of us taking things in. And as we know, and we can look at biology, we can look at psychology, we can look at the way that our brain and our nervous system works, and even how we learn that when we are engulfed in something, when we are immersed in something, when we give our thoughts, our actions, our decisions to something, then we become that. We don't just take a piece, especially if we do it every single day. It becomes who we are, a part of our life, a behavior, the way we think, and what dictates our actions, even all the way down to the people we surround ourselves with, the people that we have in our life, those that we give attention to, and those that we live with or choose to love or make a priority or choose to spend our time with every single day. Every piece of our life is being touched by, influenced by, driven by, poured in by multiple things. So if that was the case, wouldn't it make sense that if we were going to be thinking about our life today, setting a course and a plan, think about where we are and where we want to go, where are we at to who we want to become, and then what are the things that are going to get us there, or even the life that we're trying to achieve and things that we maybe need to learn or do or incorporate or remove, that we take a look at who we are already, that we take a look at what makes us up, that we take a look at, kind of going to the past, maybe even taking a look at some of those things that have started the seed and the root of who we are, to the things that fertilized it and grew it, to things that maybe even cropped it, clipped it, maybe even chopped it down or became enrooted in us, the things that shined on us or made the cloud that went over us and the rain that came down on us. Because maybe there are things that we see have holes and gaps, that even as we are going to try to put the right things in, we're going to try to listen to the right things, see the right things, and do ourselves and work hard at it and be committed and diligent, that we have holes and gaps because of the scars and the pains we've been through. That shouldn't we go to those spots in the foundation and pour into those, seal those, tend to those, but to make sure the things that we're pouring in it isn't a repeat of what is not healed, that it is something fresh and new, full of life and positive, that it nourishes, that it aids, that it grows, that it edifies and it maximizes, and that it has energy and life and positive and optimism in it, and that it feeds us to continue to grow us so that we can become more and do more, and that it pours into our thought process, that it tends to our mind, and that it allows us to truly evolve into something more. I think that it is not crazy, but it makes sense. Matter of fact, common sense. There's been many influences from the time of when we were born and we couldn't speak, we couldn't eat, we couldn't change our own diaper. We needed someone to tend to us, to the time that we were now vividly able to see, and the things that were put in front of us in those moments that we saw, to the things that were handed to us that we could touch and we could hold, to even the clothes that got clothed on us for us to wear. And even when it came time for us to crawl, and the platform that was given to us to crawl, and then the one that was created that was supposed to be the one to keep us secure for us to walk on, so that we had something solid so we did not fall. Or even to those that were going to be there to make sure we stayed the course, and that we learned how to walk and learn how to run. And even the things that we heard in our ear, whether it was from comments or sounds or words or voices or tones, even from the words that we started to understand as we became a toddler, in preschool, in first and second, third and fourth grade, the fundamental years. What were the things that were said to us? What were the things that we heard in our home? What were the things that we heard on TV? What was the things that we were even allowed to see? What was the music that we heard that moved us? What was the words that were tied to those things? What were the things that in our fundamental years molded who we became? By the time, and I'm going to say it, that now we are 6 and 7, now having a thought, now having sentences, now having an opinion, now becoming an entity. That the things that we have in our life, the things that we are made up of, that we may need to check it and triple check it, and that we may need to now think about whose cup have we been drinking from? What are we made up of? What's the image that we look like, in whose image that we look like? And are those the things that truly are what we want, what we feel, what we think, where we want to go? I can't tell you how many people I coach that are in those ages of 24 to 35 and they're truly struggling to think about what they want to do. They have all of these thoughts and they say, I don't know, it's just so many things. Why? Because so many things have been put in front of them, so many possibilities, that it's so hard for them to just find the ones that are theirs. The expectations of who we are to be and how we are to sound and even react to things is greater than it was before, but the influencers go beyond just the fundamentals of our parents and our family. Now it's everybody. And now if we are spending 17 to 13 hours of media or reading books, and then on top of that, in those hours, we are in environment being influenced by so many people, man, we've got to take a moment to truly ask ourselves, are we drinking from our cup? Is this our cup? And whose cup is it? Is the life that I'm living truly the life that I want? Is the life that I'm now working hard for the one that I know, even if I'm stressed out, can't sleep, it's the one I'm fighting for because it's mine? We have got to take moments now where we unplug. Hey superheroes, it's TA, your Interpreneur Coach. So excited you were able to join me again today for another empowering superhero video. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like and share the video. And turn on that notification so that you never miss another episode. And I look forward to seeing you again as we suit up to unleash the superhero within for victory.